Well, hello world, and welcome to Real Cooking at Home. Now, I always say that, oh, this is my favorite thing, or that's my favorite thing, and this is so good. And everything that we make and put on Real Cooking at Home, in my opinion, is pretty good. But tonight, we are doing my absolute favorite thing in the whole wide world. Now, I do this probably 4 or 5 times a year, and this is what we're doing. It is almost Thanksgiving. Now, like I say, I do a turkey many times a year. I buy them on sale. When they go on sale frozen, I keep them in the freezer, and I'll pull one out for 4th of July. I mean, it really doesn't matter. I just love turkey. So what we're going to need to do before we stuff him, and this is what we're going to stuff him up with, I've got a poultry blend. Now, you can buy these in the grocery store. It's just a poultry blend, and it's thyme, rosemary, and sage leaves. I've also got an orange that I've cut into pieces, some olive oil, some butcher's twine, salt, pepper, and poultry seasoning. Now, that's what I'm going to put on top of my bird. Now, before I start doing this, I'm going to take you back and show you the way we brine our turkey. Filmed this yesterday, and so take a look at how we brine the turkey, and then we're going to come back and we're going to start up this bird. Okay, now for the brine, it's really, really easy. I've got a gallon of water right here in my pot. I'm going to turn it on about medium-high heat, and I'm going to add in my herbs. And this is just some thyme, some rosemary, and some sage to my pot. Also, I'm going to throw in about 4 small bay leaves, 1 handful of black peppercorn, just like that. And that's all my herbs that I'm doing. Now, basically, we're doing this like a tea. I'm going to bring it up to a boil and let it simmer for about 10 minutes. Then I'm going to turn it off and add in my salt and my sugar. So bring this up to a boil, let it steep for a few minutes, then we're going to add in the sugar and the salt. Come on back. About 5 years ago, we discovered the absolute wonderful thing that is brining a turkey for Thanksgiving. So about 3 years ago, I went ahead and made it a whole lot easier on myself, and I went to the hardware store, and I picked up this bucket. This is a 5-gallon bucket, and its sole purpose in life is for brining my turkey for Thanksgiving and throughout the rest of the year, because I'll roast probably 4 or 5 turkeys a year because I just love turkey. Turkey is one of my favorite things. So to this bucket, I've put in 2 gallons of tap water. And right here, I've got this wonderful herb tea mixture that I made a while ago in 1 gallon of water. So I'm going to pour it right over in there. Now, the reason I do it that way is so that all the spices can just release and get into the water and make it absolutely perfect. Now, to my brine, I've got about 2 cups of kosher salt, about a half cup of white sugar, and about 3/4 cup of brown sugar. And I'm just going to throw all that right in there, too. Now, y'all, please, please, please trust me when I tell you that this is not going to make your turkey salty. It's going to make it absorb all the wonderful flavors of the herbs that you just put in here. And what happens to us when we eat salt? We retain water. Water is moisture. So your turkey is going to retain all the moisture. And when it cooks, it's going to be so moist. My brother always says that the turkey, he said, Lord, he said, you'll drown eating this turkey. It's so moist. And it really is. You'll never have another dry turkey if you brine your turkey. So what we're going to do is I went ahead and stirred everything together, and I'm going to let this water sit here and come to about room temperature before I put my turkey in. Once I drop my turkey in the water, it's going to sit in the refrigerator in this 5-gallon bucket for 24 hours. All right. Now, unless you go out in the woods and kill your own turkey and bring him back, whenever you get your turkey home from the store, he's going to come with one of these little things. Now, y'all, this is not helpful. This is something that they put in your turkey to devastate you at Thanksgiving. This is a recipe for disaster. So what I want you to do is take this out and toss it away. Now, I've got our turkey here ready to go into the brine for 24 hours. So let's just pick him up. Drop him right over in your brine. Make sure he's good and submerged. And now, into the refrigerator till tomorrow at this time. Okay, now we're ready to start our turkey. So what I'm going to do is take some salt and pepper, and I'm going to season up the inside of my turkey. Right here. Open him up. Throw a good amount of kosher salt right into the inside. And just inside, just like that. Now, I've got my salt and pepper. Now I'm going to throw in my orange pieces. I love citrus with turkey. One orange. And now like that. And now my poultry blend. My thyme, my sage, my rosemary, right into the cavity. Just like that. I'm going to wash my hands up, then I'm going to show you how to truss up this turkey. We'll bind him up and tie him up real good so that he cooks very evenly all over and throughout. Alright, now we're moving on to trussing, and I've got some butcher swine here. Now, this is a very important step. So what I want you to do is find his neck where his head was attached, put this twine right over that, bring it down on either side of the breast. It's going to be very secure, and bring it up just like this, and I'll let Wayne show you what that looks like. Now I'm going to take, and I'm going to make a double knot. 1, 2, just like that, and I want to secure that. Now look at the way that plumps up the breast there. Beautiful. Now that's secure. I'm going to tie it one more time, just like this. Now, what I'm going to do is take this piece, bring it over this, under this drumstick, and up around the breast on that side. Take this one, put it under that drumstick, right around here on the other side. And when you put him up tight, look what it does to the legs. It just brings his legs right on up. Now, as we're coming down through here, we're going to put this right under the breast, right there like that. And we're going to take this and put it right there in that little nub. See that little nub right there? Put the string right there in that little nub. Right here in this little nub, just like this. And if you need 2 people, sometimes it's easier for 2 people. And now I'm going to give it a flip. And I'm going to tie a double knot right here. 1, 2. One more. Here like this. I'm going to take this back down here to the other side. Give it a flip. And tie it up. Just like this. Over the legs. Now, that, my friends, is going absolutely nowhere. It makes this turkey so compact, and that's what you want when you get ready to bake him off. Now, I'm going to show you how I season up the outside. We're going to put him on a tray and get him in the oven because I can't wait to dig into this turkey. I've got him now in my roasting pan on a rack. Now, I went ahead and oiled him up on the back, seasoned him up on the back, and I'm going to do the same thing right here on the top. So what I'm going to do is just drizzle him with olive oil, just like this. Now, you can use butter. I just think that butter has a tendency to burn a little quicker than olive oil. So now I've got my poultry season. Just going to shake some poultry season on him. Kosher salt. Because you want that skin to taste real good. Some black pepper. Another little drizzle of olive oil, just like this. And give him a rub. Massage him real good. See that little flap of skin right there? That's going to get crispy. Wonderful. Now, be sure to rub down in here. Oh, in the crevices of your turkey. Now. Alright, I've got him seasoned up. He's on the rack. Now I'm going to take some chicken stock and I'm going to put in the bottom so that it'll make a steam. It'll steam this bird. So just a little bit in the bottom so it can collect those drippings that come off of it, and that'll make a wonderful gravy as well. So, now remember a while ago I told you, well yesterday, I told you to throw away that little thing that comes with the turkey? This is why. That thing is set to go off at 180 degrees. At 180 degrees, your turkey is going to be so dry that no amount of gravy in this world is going to bring it back. So invest in a meat thermometer just like this. This will go straight into the oven. So I'm going to go in the deepest part between the thigh and the leg with my meat thermometer. Careful not to get around any bones. And I'm going to put it down there just like that. Now that's the deepest part of the thigh and the leg. And you're cooking this to 165 degrees, then you're going to take it out. 165 degrees is going to be perfect. Then you're going to let it rest after it comes out. And we'll talk about that in a minute. But this is ready to go in our oven. I've got our oven at 375 degrees. Now throughout the cooking time, I don't even have to look at this, y'all. But about after an hour and a half, I'm going to go back and look and see if it's getting too brown. If it is, I'm going to cover it with a piece of aluminum foil so it doesn't burn on the top. So come back and we'll show you. Okay, our turkey just come out of the oven, and I told y'all wrong a while ago. I told y'all 165 degrees, and after it was all over, Wayne said, it's 170, and I said, oh, crap. So it's 170 degrees on the internal meat thermometer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to this other side with my other thermometer and take a reading right over here just to make sure that we're right, that we're right there on the money. So instant read thermometer, 170 degrees. Now what's supposed to happen, I'm going to cover this up with foil and let it sit here, and I'm not going to touch it for 30 minutes. Y'all, it's very important. You want this moist, juicy turkey to stay moist and juicy. If you were to carve into this right now, all those wonderful juices would pour out, and you would end up with a dry turkey. So let it rest for 30, even 45 minutes. It's not going to get cold. As a matter of fact, the temperature's going to keep rising a little bit. So we'll come back when we're ready to carve and taste. Wayne's already digging into the bird before we even did the tasting. Are you eating all the crispy skin?
I'm getting a lot of that. It's really good.
Now that Wayne's ate all the crispy skin, I'm going to get some of this white meat here.
You took too long to set up.
I know I did. So good, y'all. So juicy. Listen, even 2 days later in the microwave, this thing's going to be juicy. It's so good. I can't wait. So until next time, get in the kitchen. Happy holidays, y'all, and cook. Bye.
Gobble, gobble.